that is acceptable. We've heard talk about schools and churches as sanctuary spots.
There's no sanctuary for criminal aliens in this country, nor is there a sanctuary for child trafficking, or child smuggling, or for child endangerment. ICE officers will take the actions necessary to protect the lives and safety of our children, and to identify individuals who are involved in the smuggling and trafficking of our children. In order to conduct these investigations, in order to protect the safety and security of children all across America, federal law enforcement needs unrestricted access to conduct basic investigations.
But they got it all wrong, because Insurrection Barbie posted this saying, "Here's the first ICE raid hoax debunked." Chicago Public Schools claimed ICE came to one of their schools and they refused to let them in. Now we find out it was Secret Service investigating a threat related to the TikTok ban. How do you get that wrong? You don't. You purposefully lie. Makes sense why they refused to respond to the press now.
I begin with breaking news. New details tonight after Chicago Public Schools said they were paid a visit from ICE.
Federal immigration officers say that did not happen, and now we know it was a different agency at the school in the back of the yard. Casey Connors is live on the Southwest side with the very latest. Casey.
Don and Scott, there's been an unexpected and bizarre turn of events here. It wasn't ICE that showed up at the school today, but the Secret Service investigating a threat tied to the TikTok ban.
Bogdana Shkumova, Chief Education Officer for Chicago Public Schools. Earlier today, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents showed up at Hamline Elementary School. School staff followed CPS established protocols. They kept ICE agents outside of the school and contacted CPS's law department and CPS's Office of Safety and Security for further guidance. The ICE agents were not allowed into the school and were not permitted to speak to any students or staff members.
The false alarm unfolded at Hamline Elementary School near 48th and Bishop in the city's back of the yards neighborhood. A spokesperson for CPS tells us this morning agents claiming to be from ICE arrived. Staff followed protocols, kept them outside, and contacted CPS's law department. But ICE quickly debunked the claim. And instead, the U.S. Secret Service says they were in the neighborhood responding to a threat related to the recent TikTok ban. They first responded to an area home, but the person they were looking for wasn't there, so they went to the school. That's where Secret Service officials say they handed off their business card and left. It's unclear if the person they were looking for works at the school. Meanwhile, we have reached out several times to CPS asking for an updated statement in regard to this situation, but haven't yet heard back.
I just want to say with my entire fucking chest and 10 toes down on my shitty broken tile classroom floor that it will be a cold, no, frozen day in hell before someone from ICE comes in my classroom to remove a student they suspect is undocumented first, because I have no undocumented students. What are you talking about? Second, even if I did, 1982 Fire vs. Snow says that it does not matter. Everyone is entitled to fair and free appropriate education. And that's what I'm here to do. I am so sorry I can't come to my door right now. We're learning. We're doing class stuff. You're going to have to come back later. And by later, I mean never, because there are hills that I will die on, and this is one.
And I am not really sure what actually happened, because this community knows
Merriweather, because security is a private matter. What can I do for you?
And the Secret Service
A helicopter has been dispatched to your location.
They showed up at a house, not a school, where they were told that the person they wanted to talk to was at the school. Oh.
At AMCO, we've been fixing cars for almost 60 years. And over that time, a lot sure has changed. Cars have gotten more complex than ever. But the technicians at AMCO have the expertise to fix anything.
The problems with your transmission's not body and torque converter. We do this all the time.
Oh, and check this one out. George just posted this saying, breaking. Mexico's government denied a U.S. military plane full of deported illegal aliens access to land yesterday. Mexico aided and profited in the invasion of the United States. And they should be treated as an enemy from now on. But Benny Johnson screams fake news from NBC, and their latest, which reads, White House officials confirmed to him moments ago that Mexico accepted 4 illegal alien deportation flights yesterday. Mexico has also accepted tens of thousands of land returns on roadway and on foot. So, yeah, this is fake news and needs a correction immediately. And another report claims, breaking. Today, Trump's ICE agents showed up at a public elementary school in Chicago. Hamlin Elementary School, a K-8 school with 529 students, an overwhelming majority of whom are Latino, refused to let ICE agents into the building. The question is asked, is this really the America we want? A place where innocent school kids have to live in fear? But Ed Krasenstein was promptly corrected with a community note which stated, U.S. Secret Service confirmed that they approached a Southside school Friday, Hamlin Elementary School, not ICE. Secret Service said they were investigating a threat. They were told the person they wanted to talk to was at the school, but they did not enter.
They were lying. They were destroying the country, and they were lying. And then they went against the oath that they gave. I want to ask one final question. The Pope this week said that it's a disgrace what we're now doing with this new government, deporting all of these people. We've got, obviously there's going to be a lot of media searching for the sad stories here, trying to turn public opinion against this operation. What's your message to the American people as you guys do this work?
Well, let me make a message to the Pope. I'm a lifelong Catholic. I was born Catholic. I've been through Catholic doctrine. You got to try to fix the Catholic Church, first of all. He's got big problems there. In the Vatican, that will all run the Vatican. And if you were going to enter the Vatican, the crime is serious. You'll be charged with a serious crime in jail.
Yeah.
So he can protect the Vatican where he lives. He can build a wall where he lives. Would American people not allow that? No. Secure the border save lives. You must understand. When we secure the border, less people come, less women get raped by the cartel, less children die in the river, less Americans die from fentanyl overdose. If you don't stick to it, you don't stick to the Catholic Church and fix that. That's a mess.
That's exactly right. And we did the details on the wall that's around the Vatican, and it's even nicer than Trump's wall, for as much as Trump likes his wall. The wall around the Vatican is really, really impressive.
Oh, and check this one out. Bob Peach says, the Episcopal Archdiocese of Washington has removed Bishop Marianne Budd from the National Cathedral, claiming no place for politics.
Good for a bitch ass. Got fired. Good for a bitch ass. Need to get fired. That bullshit.
You have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because you have a very powerful emergency power, and you can do everything within 24 hours.
Yes.
That was Donald Trump at a fire station in the Pacific Palisades, doing a little round table there with local political officials, saying we cannot have a golden age without the Golden State, and promising to waive all federal permits. Says he talked to a lot of fire victims. They said they're not selling, they're not moving, they want to rebuild. But it's a permitting issue. And at one point, there was a big confrontation between the president and Mayor Bass, who said, oh, you know what, they can come back and start in a week. Donald Trump said, no, that's not going to happen. We don't have a week. Don't crush their spirit.
I'm signing an executive order to open up the pumps and valves in the north. We want to get that water pouring down here as quickly as possible. Let hundreds of millions of gallons of water flow down into Southern California, and that'll be a big benefit to you. If you don't want it, you're going to tell me, but I can't imagine it. I tell you who does like it is the fire department. When I said that, they were very happy with that. They didn't mind hearing that. We're looking to get something completed, and the way you get it completed is to work together. It's the governor of the state. And we're going to get it completed. They're going to need a lot of federal help. Unless you don't need any, but you do. We're going to need a lot of federal help. So we're going to take care of things.
Cartel California asks, can we all agree that Gavin Newsom is not only the worst governor in the country, but also the entire universe?
The spirit that I think defines the comments of all of the speakers. Pastor, I appreciate you saying we're all moving together, we're all working together. In the spirit of Pro Tem said, I will add this, we're all in this together.
I'm mindful, a few days ago we celebrated Martin Luther King Day, who reminded us that we're all bound against weapon mutuality. And I think that's the spirit that defines this moment and the urgency that brought the Assembly and the Senate together and brought members not only of both houses together, but both parties together. I want to thank Tom Lackey for being here in particular. Took the time to come down as an expression of bipartisan support, not just supporting this bill. I want to thank the Speaker and the Pro Tem for their fierce sense of urgency to move this forward, to the budget chairs that are here. I want to thank them. I want to thank everybody that cleared the deck, didn't play politics with this, that recognized that people are in need. And as the pastor reminded me and others in the day at a faith meeting, people feel helpless, but not everybody feels hopeless. And I think this is about distilling a sense of hopefulness.
Look at this post that says, "What an all-around embarrassing day for Gavin Newsom." A complete neutering confirmed by the below headline that reads, "Gavin Newsom turns up uninvited to greet an unimpressed Trump in LA to beg for federal aid after weeks of feuding." Meanwhile, Trump is oblivious to the polyamorous upside-down pineapple hanging around Gavin Newsom's neck, as he and Melania basically have intercourse right behind the president, right there on the tarmac. She didn't even kiss Trump like that on Inauguration Day.
Just a tremendous amount of transparency between the president, the first lady, and all of these local officials. This is how we should do everything. Let's bring in filmmaker and director Justine Bateman. Justine, you've been watching this. Your first impression?
Yeah. Well, I really like what Joel Pollak had to say when he said there has to be some oversight because Bass and Newsom have a long history of letting money our tax dollars just fall through their fingers. So I was glad to hear that.
We're bringing our city departments together so that people don't get caught in the loop of going from one room to the next. We want them all to be in the same room so that you can get busy rebuilding ASAP.